Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. For the third time in a row, I am sick and tired of listening to the Azimio fraternity telling us that Jose Camargo and the Venezuelan team that hacked the IEBC system are in the country. And they are not mincing their words. They are saying that they are not just aware that they're in the country, but that they are tampering with the servers. The first time, the Azimio leader talked about it, and Raila said that they are aware that the government is trying to tamper with the servers. Then Ledamo Lekina and a host of other Azimio brigade tweeted and explained that Camargo and the Venezuelan team, the hackers, were hosted somewhere in Evans Kidero's hotel. Then today, the Jubilee secretary, Jeremiah Kioni, is reiterating those very statements that the Venezuelan team are in the country. By now, there are a few facts that are there in the open. Number one, this government is not interested in any way in opening the server. Not just that, they are not interested in any conversation that would attempt to inquire from them why they don't want to open the server. That is one thing that we know. The other day, when Okuru Okot said that we need to have a conversation around the server, some of the Kenya Kwanza team told him off to leave alone this foolish conversation. That is one thing that we know. They are not interested. Number two, they are buying time with the purported ceasefire. They requested Raila to suspend the demonstrations. And they knew very well that the reason for this was to give them more time to prepare to interfere with the server. Those are facts that we know. But Raila Amolo Odinga is saying that that server must be opened, and that despite the fact that they are aware that Jose Camargo and the team are interfering with it, he's got the results. And if they will get any other result apart from the one that they know, then they will not accept. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I have a problem. I have said it before that Kenya has got a penchant of defying a red flag. And I just want to repeat that even in the last elections, in the August polls, immediately we heard that the Venezuelan team was apprehended at the JKIA. We were not supposed to go for any elections. That was the red flag. By allowing ourselves to go into an election that already was predetermined, that is where we are. That is why we are where we are today. Because we missed out on a golden opportunity to say that we are not going for an election if we have not been told what the Venezuelans have come to do, and a proper forensic audit is done, and we know. We were supposed to change the whole of that system. Chebukati was not even supposed to preside over that election because already he had indicated that he was compromised. I told you that in 2017, the red flag was the death of Musando, the IT guru in charge of the server, the IT guru who had assured Kenyans that he was in charge of the system and that you could not penetrate that server, rigging could not take place. Someone killed him, but Kenyans still went for polls and they blindly voted. And you know the result. Today, there is another red flag, and we are talking about it as if it is business as usual. We are saying that someone is tampering with the server. I mean, what is wrong with us? Three times, Azimio is saying it. Are we waiting for them to tamper with the server, invite Raila so that they can open it? Then when the result will be out, because they will tamper with it in such a way that it will reflect the result as was announced by the IEBC. Then when they have opened it, we will start another demonstrations, or what are we waiting for? Are we preventing or curing? They say prevention is better than cure. Don't you think we need to do something now rather than waiting for the next step? Because I said even in the earlier video that the day that server will be opened and it reveals, whether by hook or crook, it reveals that William Ruto was the winner of the August polls, Raila will not have any authority, any moral authority to refuse the result. He will not defend himself. The African Union, United Nations, America, all those electoral thieves will not side with him. If now they know very well that the server has not been opened, but they're still forcing him to accept that he was defeated, what about if they interfere with that server and then the result reveals exactly what the IEBC is saying? And then the supporters of William Samoei Ruto and people like Rigathi Gachagua, what will they say? Raila will be painted as a man who has always been defeated ever since he started contesting in 1997. As a man who is only hell-bent to creating chaos. Because no one is listening when he's saying that the server is being compromised. In our nature, we are defying this. Let me pause and ask a question. Why do you think they are telling Kenyans that the server is being tampered with? I think they want Kenyans to rise up. And personally, if they know that Jose Camargos is in the country, why can't they lead people to wherever he is so that Kenyans can arrest him? Because I'm sure Kenyans, those who support Azimio, if they know very well that Jose Camargos is somewhere, even in Kidero's hotel, they can go and find out that if they know the room where he is, they can go and arrest him themselves. But just telling us that someone is interfering with the servers, I don't know whether I'm wrong on this, but I think it is not enough. Because we are waiting for another disappointment. There are those people who have been disappointed in every election cycle. In 2007, in 2013, in 2017, in 2022. People had moved on. Then came the whistleblower with the 8 million versus 5 million. Now, there is another obstacle about the Jose Camargo. And I'm very passionate about this, that people are facing another disappointment. What will happen? Can the Azimio come up with something tangible? Not just telling us that someone is tampering with the server and they tell us that we know. Knowing is one thing, taking action is another. Even right now, you know very well that the results that were announced by the IEBC was not the proper result. But Ruto is in power. In 2017, Maraga nullified elections. But William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta ruled for 5 years. The 5 years that the Maraga nullified. So, I just want to tell the Azimio that just telling us that they know that someone is interfering with the servers is not just news enough. We need to know what they are doing, not even what they are planning to do. Because let them know that very many Kenyans have been emotionally demoralized after every election. They resuscitated hopes. I hope this time round they are serious. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think, but personally, I think something should be done before it is too late, because this server, remember, it is at the center of Raila's demands, and they know that this is what humiliates them. America knows, European Union knows this, Chebukati knows this, the Supreme Court knows this, and these people are doing everything and anything within their reach to interfere with the server. I hope we will not be told something else. And that is my take.